So Mulan is the latest live-action adaptation from Disney. It dropped a few weeks ago on Disney Plus Premium. I haven't had a chance to review it yet, so today is going to be my review on the live-action Mulan. A young Chinese maiden disguises herself as a male warrior in order to fight in the army to save her father from having to fight. You already know that if you have seen the original. So I'm going to tell you in this review how the movie is itself, and if it comes anywhere near the animated movie. First of all, I'd just like to say, in the past, these live-action remakes have been criticised for being an exact copy of the animated movie just transferred to live-action, like The Lion King is. But with this one, although some of the things they've changed that might not be great, I have to respect that they went down a completely different path to what the animated movie had gone down. You know, you can have a lot more moments which stand out from the Mulan movies just because they did something different, and like I mentioned in The Lion King, it is just an exact copy, so you have to praise Disney for going down a more different path, and a path which is more accurate to the previous adaptations before Disney had made the animated movie. On top of that, whether it was green screen or not, some of the scenery was great, because at times you could notice it was green screen, but just like in the countryside, in the villages, all that kind of stuff, it looked really good and really helped nail the tone. But moving on to the negatives, this movie does feel very bland. You know, in the original Mulan, you had the cricket or Mushu to bring some spice to the movie, and obviously you don't really want to have a dragon and a cricket floating around our main character the whole time, so you don't really have that main source of comedy or just to feel a bit more jumpy and a bit more enthusiastic, which you can understand because it would be weird if they had a talking dragon and a cricket on her side the whole time, but even so, without them, a real absence of flavour is gone. In the animated movie, you could really tell the struggle that all the soldiers went through to train to become the best they can in the army. In this, it kind of breezes past that. It does focus on it a little bit, but it's more like a montage, which is over within 2 minutes or so. So you didn't really feel the effort they put in. You just feel like, oh, suddenly they're all insane soldiers. You know, it's just one of those frustrating things. It didn't have the emotion to it, where you could sense that they were really struggling to accomplish what they did. And as I mentioned, they did do some changes to this movie, which I like that they went down a different path, but the changes weren't necessarily good. You know, they involved this character, a witch, which I believe is more accurate to the original Mulan stories, as I said before, the animated Disney movie. I won't go into specifics with her because it's spoiler territory, but something her character does and the way she transitions through this movie I found very silly. No reason to it at all, didn't connect with her that much. She just kind of felt she was doing stuff for the sake of it. Although it was cool to have a side villain involved in this movie, I didn't really like the story that they had for that villain. So to cap off this review, I'm going to give my score for Mulan 2020, the live action remake, and I'm going to give it 66%. You know, there have been worse live action adaptations, which we'll get to in a few days, but this isn't one of the more memorable ones. It's very forgettable, very bland, and for that, I don't actually recommend watching it unless you really, really want to see it, then that's fine. But if you're looking for your life to be changed, or you're looking for a great live action remake of the animated movie, then you won't be blown away by this one, so you can give it a miss. But yes, 66% for 2020's Mulan.